Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
And a lot to get to, as usual, but this has been seemingly an especially busy week. Wow. Jeffy's not joining us today.
Oh, what's that all about?
Word sissy comes to mind. I don't know why.
I was going to say that, but I didn't know if we were going to say it on air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
big sissy.
Yeah.
I can't get up. Okay.
He can't get up. He's fallen, and he can't get up.
And his life alert did not work.
No, apparently
that
not.
was the trimmer.
Apparently nobody came.
That was the trimmer.
Right, yeah. No, he's had a serious back problem this week, and I think for a while. And then coupled with the knee situation he's got, well, he's a sissy.
We got
Thank you.
duct tape and chewing gum holding his joints together.
Yes. So
Hope you feel better, big guy.
Yeah. Hope for a speedy recovery. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The fallout from the shooting in Minneapolis continues and is probably intensifying. I would say a lot of leftists, obviously Democrats, calling it murder. Certainly, it was not murder. It was interesting to see. Stephen A. Smith must have been listening to the show yesterday.
Oh?
Because he came to the exact same conclusion we did.
What was that?
That it was justified, but unnecessary.
Oh.
Exact same conclusion. He said completely legally justified. Huh. That's what we believe, too. But was it necessary? No, probably. I mean, he did get out of the way. She was driving off. Let her drive off. Go deal with it later. But that's not what happened. So we've got this situation, and it's a tragedy, and I feel bad for her wife and her children and everybody who knows her, family and friends. But, again, where was the outrage over Ashley Babbitt?
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, the left typically loves people getting shot. Donald Trump comes to mind when they said, hey, next time don't miss.
Oh, jeez.
And then Ashley Babbitt, like you just said.
Yeah, not a word, not a peep out of them.
Charlie Kirk, they danced on his...
Oh, yeah,
they didn't even wait. I mean, that was insane.
Yeah.
But someone hitting a federal officer with their vehicle.
Right.
Now it's a reason. We have learned several things from since yesterday, that she was a part of that ICE Watch group in Minneapolis.
That continually hassles ICE.
Yeah.
And impedes their progress.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why they think that's okay. How do you believe that's all right to do to a federal agency?
Yeah, and that 6-year-old child of hers was in a charter school that says it, quote, puts social justice first.
Oh, boy.
It involves kids in political and social activism. So, okay, cool. And, the picture, we should probably address this, that was going around, widely circulated yesterday.
Of Renee Good?
Yeah.
That's not her?
That's not her. That's not her profile.
Not Renee Good. Okay.
So,
poet and writer and wife and mom.
Because we all saw this.
Yeah.
Passed around.
Saw that yesterday.
I mean,
and the crappy guitar, but that's not the word she used. But the crappy guitar strummer from Colorado experiencing Minneapolis. So that's not even her.
That's not her, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
So we got that cleared up. But
then we also had the ICE agent being doxxed.
Yeah, I told you it wouldn't be long before they found him. There it is.
So
they're
good.
Looking for him right now.
Jeez. I mean, he's in grave danger.
Yes, he sure is, because picture 23 makes it even worse. They're like, get him, get him, get him.
Oh, man. Okay, so there's his name over and over and over. That's great. Jeez. They're psychotic. They just really are psychotic.
Yes, they are.
White House spokesman Karoline Leavitt talked about the Minneapolis shooting yesterday.
Let me be clear. President Trump and his entire administration stand fully behind the heroic men and women of ICE and will always uphold law and order in the United States of America.
I mean, that's important.
For sure.
They've got to stay strong.
Yeah. Yep. Jasmine Crockett agreed, right? Is that what we're about to find out here? She agreed with that?
Oh.
Or maybe not. Here she is.
It is so hard to sit here sometimes because
hard for us to listen to you.
I
or
didn't
see
come
you
to
sit
Congress to write laws or to do things that are hurting people. I'm just asking if there's any decency or heart or courage on that side of the aisle.
Jeez.
The fact that a woman was killed, she was shot in her head, and y'all are pretending like nothing happened. I remember when Charlie Kirk got killed. Do you remember what our response was?
Yeah, it was despicable.
Our response wasn't to sit there and pretend like it was okay. Is it okay because you have a badge? Because the last time I checked, allegedly no one is above the law. Can y'all not just have a little bit of courage and humanity? I am asking if there is anyone that will stand for the very people that elected us and sent us to Congress.
Okay, I got it.
You tell us.
That's enough. I cannot stand to listen to her. What does she want them to say? Nobody's happy about it. We're all very, very sad for that woman, for Renee Good, and wish it wouldn't have happened. It's very tragic. But what do you want them to say? That it was murder? Because it wasn't.
No.
So if you want us to agree with something that's not true, sorry, you're not going to get that. And that's what she wants. Because unless you agree with everything Jasmine Crockett says, you're a racist and a xenophobe and a hater of some kind. Pathetic. Then we got this Minneapolis liberal reacting to
I haven't seen this, Chris. This I read the description. This is going to be entertaining, isn't it?
It's going to be great, boys. Just buckle up. Grab your popcorn, buckle up.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around kind of just dazed-eyed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
And why do you think, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, like, where that stems from. Like, I mean, part of it is being like a white woman that I'm privileged and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary.
It's not enough, Pat.
When black and brown people have been experiencing this
white
for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so
this isn't new for them.
I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
How did you decide that you should be here, or are you still figuring that out?
Well, I work like 2 miles from here, so driving by, it was like, I'm here. I'm 2 miles. I can stop.
It's convenient for you to be out there. I see. Thank you for your time.
Exactly.
Holy crap. Her white tears aren't enough?
No, her white tears not enough. Her presence is not enough. Because brown and black people, Pat, they suffer so much. They're dying every single day on the street by ICE.
Is it just me getting tired of the self-loathing white people? I'm so fed up with it. Just stop with your white hate, your self-hate.
Guilt is going to destroy America.
It is. It really is.
Well, you know what? The officer's family isn't shedding tears, thankfully, and that could have easily been the outcome of what happened the other day.
Right. Right. And they wouldn't have cared about that.
No.
They would not have cared. They would have. They would have said he shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Would have been a trophy for the left.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You'd see people celebrating it online, just like they celebrated Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. And in that moment, there's no way that officer knew what direction that vehicle was going.
No.
He just knew that he was standing in front of it, and it was coming
just
forward.
Bumped into by it.
And I believe we're going to get to
Yeah, we're going to get to another good reason why he should fear for his life out there.
Yep.
Coming up, yeah.
In Philadelphia, here's Sheriff Rochelle Bilal's message.
Before you play, Pat, I don't expect you to make it to the end of this. Start the clock. Let's see how long Pat can stand this. This is
I'm ready.
This is an official with a badge and a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. Okay. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good.
Please.
This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made-up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States.
Here's another common misconception, is that this is Trump's thing. Right. Donald Trump did not start ICE. George W. Bush did in, I think, 2002. It has been in operation for like 24 years now. Trump didn't start. This is nothing new. And they never had a problem with ICE until Donald Trump this term, because they hate everything Trump does. Anything he does in their eyes is wrong. All right, let's see if we can get through any more of this.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh, gosh, no.
No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None.
We're seeing why they wear a mask right now.
Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Krasner, who said he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there.
What?
No whisk away.
What?
No whisk away.
For them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here.
Hashtag no whisk away.
Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles.
Oh.
I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing.
They do. All the time.
Getting out of the way.
All the time.
All the way.
Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal.
It wasn't moving when you first got in front of it. That's the problem here.
And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law.
No, it isn't. No, that is.
So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime,
look at the guy
you will not be able to hide.
He's bored.
Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke.
I can't take it.
You don't want this smoke.
All right, shut up.
Do they have PT in Philadelphia?
Once you become
in the Philadelphia police force?
Once you become the top dog,
you don't have to
go outside.
do any more exercises?
No, you don't go outside.
I'm not sure that they began. Okay. No whisk away.
We have a news report about an ICE officer.
Yeah, this is this. Okay, so this is the guy
being dragged
who did the shooting there in Minneapolis. This news report is from June, and now you can see why maybe he's not so comfortable around vehicles.
Right?
Yeah.
This arrest in the Twin Cities is leading to even more charges.
This home security video shows a driver taking off during a traffic stop, dragging a deportation officer with him. New at 10, WCCO's Uba Ali walks us through this video and the political firestorm behind it.
Dragging the
What began as a planned federal immigration arrest took a violent turn in this quiet Bloomington neighborhood. And it was all caught on camera. According to a federal complaint, agents were executing a warrant for 39-year-old Roberto Carlos Munoz. They say Munoz entered the country unlawfully, and he also pled guilty to fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct back in 2023 for abusing a minor. Tuesday morning, agents pulled him over. Court documents say he repeatedly refused to comply before a federal agent took out his spring-loaded window punch with his right hand and broke the driver's side rear window. These images show the officer's hand in the vehicle. In this video, you can see the driver take off with the agent hanging from the car, dragging him 300 feet through front yards. These graphic images show the aftermath. A bloody agent who needed 33 stitches for his significant cuts. And now a political battle with a top Homeland Security official criticizing Governor Tim Walz, posting on X, instead of comparing ICE law enforcement to the Gestapo, Walz should be thanking our brave law enforcement. The Department of Justice says a request for Munoz to be held after that 2022 arrest was, quote, not honored by local authorities, and Munoz was released.
You're saying that's the same?
That is the
ICE
same
officer?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
So we know
wow
what could happen.
Right.
I would suggest to him, because that was in Minneapolis as well. Sounds like he's a Minneapolis local, unless he's just constantly assigned to that part of the country. He might want to find another area to live, I would say, because
he's in grave danger right now.
100%.
Also, here's the message from Governor Tim Walz to the Minnesota National Guard.
Oh yeah, we got the picture of that.
They have determined
no. Put up
the image first.
Image here. Yeah, so this is the order that's gone out, right, Chris?
Yes, this went out. The National Guard now will be staged and ready to support local law enforcement if needed.
All right, so they're ready. I mean, they're on standby. On a moment's notice, Governor Walz could activate them, and this could ratchet up several notches.
Yes.
Yesterday, he directed the National Guard to be ready should they be needed. They remain ready in the event they are needed to help keep the peace, ensure public safety. What he's going to do is turn them against ICE.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a National Guard force going up against the ICE federal agency and the agents involved. This is just crazy and so dangerous.
And this sign that you sent in from the McDonald's
this
window,
is a McDonald's.
Is this at most businesses right around there?
Yes, most businesses now are saying that no ICE have ability to either enter the property or, on this one, buy some Big Macs.
What?
Jeez.
Okay.
This is illegal. What is going on here is illegal. What Walz is doing with the National Guard against ICE is illegal. You can't deny people service based on where they work. You can't do that. You can't deny them service anymore at all for any reason, apparently, because it's discrimination. They used to allow it. You used to be able to serve whoever you wanted to serve or deny service to whoever you wanted to deny service to, but not now. So why is that okay? How is that okay? As long as it fits in with their war against Donald Trump, it's perfectly fine, I guess.
And it's not even done. We have another hotel, the Resident Inn, that has doxxed all their ICE agents by putting their pictures on Reddit. You can keep going, Joe.
Wow.
And this person is being taken care of. And to the point where, Pat, this person posted, this Resident Inn employee posted their email addresses. Yep.
Has Resident Inn responded to this?
They have not responded official because, again, this is a private owner. But I know, yes, but I know that person has been dealt with and is no longer working there.
Did I see a picture that the Marriott got a new signage or something? Or
yes, the Hampton Inn, the Hilton Inn, whatever you want to call it, their sign got removed, Pat.
Oh, the Hilton. The Hilton. That we had the problem with the other day.
Their sign just got removed yesterday.
Good.
So they're no longer part of the chain.
Huh. That's
and Resident Inn, keep going because you'll lose your sign as well.
Should. You sure should.
Wow, might be some new hotel ownerships across the city there.
Yeah, and they lose all the resources from the parent.
Yes, you lose everything.
Parent company.
You're just a building.
That's crazy. Wow. And Tampon Tim spoke again yesterday. He responded to the accusation that he uses inflammatory language. Tim Walz? You know he is. He's demonizing ICE. So here's what he said yesterday.
They have determined the character of a 37-year-old mom that they didn't even don't know. They've determined that the actions are done. I don't know. I've not used inflammatory terms of what happened. I've asked us to find the answers.
Now listen.
The only way we find the answers is a thorough investigation. I don't have a predetermined notion. Yes, I saw the video. Yes, I saw that. But a thorough investigation will see what happened before that. It will take all factors in, and it will come up with a fair and just conclusion. And we will accept that. Very, very difficult for Minnesotans to think in any way this is going to be fair. When Kristi Noem was judge, jury, and basically executioner yesterday. That's very, very difficult.
I thought you were using inflammatory language, and you were waiting for the results of the investigation, and that you were going to accept them. Then he goes the opposite direction at the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, he
contradicts everything he just said.
He does this all the time. We've played a montage of him losing his mind and being off the rails, angry, after saying, I never incite anybody. I never get talk that way about my opposition. This guy is a him and his wife, boy.
Oh, they're crazy.
I don't know who's crazy.
They're stark crazy, raving nuts.
I know I said that he'll be gone by July 7th. I'm going to change that. I think
February 27th?
I think I'm going to go a little bit like by the end of the next month.
I wish. I hope it can happen that fast. That would be great.
He's too stressed out right now.
He's too stressed. Yeah, and so he keeps throwing out the Civil War talk and all this everything. He gave us a history lesson yesterday. Listen,
Pat, you're a history major, buff. I want you to tell me if this is correct.
Oh, it is correct. Oh, he's absolutely correct. But the reason he's bringing this up is just to throw out more Civil War imagery. It's so weird.
Our history. When things looked really bleak, it was Minnesota's first that held that line for the nation on that July 3rd, 1863. And I think now we may be in that moment that the nation's looking to us to hold the line on democracy.
Well, that part is incorrect. We don't have a democracy, so he's wrong right there. Jeez.
Weird.
So the nation is looking to Minnesota to hold the line, and the crazies there to bring sanity to the world.
The Somali pirates, Pat.
Honestly, it's one of the more moving parts of Gettysburg.
Jeez.
But this guy goes out of his way to try to draw parallels to the Civil War. And yet it's always Donald Trump that is accused of fomenting civil war in this nation. This guy, Tim Walz, man, what a dangerous guy to be in the position he is. Guy was almost a heartbeat away from the presidency. If America had lost her way last November, holy crap. I mean, just, okay.
We can never elect a Democrat
that's the thing.
to national office
It's
again.
too risky,
It just
America.
can't happen. It can't happen. Don't let it happen, America. These people are just out of their minds. Vice President JD Vance spoke to the press corps yesterday, and he had this to say about the ICE shooting.
The simple fact is, what you see is what you get in this case. You have a woman who is trying to obstruct a legitimate law enforcement operation. Nobody debates that. You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that. I can believe that her death is a tragedy while also recognizing that it's a tragedy of her own making and a tragedy of the far left who has marshaled an entire movement, a lunatic fringe against our law enforcement officers. I think what is clearly happening here, and it's going to keep on happening unless the Democrats wake up and say, you know what, you don't have to agree with our immigration policies. You don't have to agree with what the president or the vice president believe about immigration enforcement. But why don't you take this to the ballot box? Why don't you vote? Why don't you organize? Instead, what some of them are doing is encouraging people to get violent with our law enforcement officials. It's disgraceful, and it's got to stop.
You know what I would like to see? Just all feds leave Minnesota. Also, stop any federal funds that are going to Minnesota. All of it. Every penny that the federal government sends to Minnesota should stop right now. Any federal law enforcement should stop right now. Just leave them to their own devices. Let's see how well you function. You're so proud of what you're doing. Let's see if you can do it. Go ahead without any federal help whatsoever. I would love to see that.
I still want the prosecutions, though, of the Somali fraudsters.
I mean,
and Tim
we don't
Walz
remove
himself.
that.
Yeah.
But, man, this is agonizing.
So while J.D. Vance was talking to the press corps there, some guy, I don't know who, some liberal, self-proclaimed liberal, tweeted something out that Jonah Goldberg, who, I tell you, never ceases to amaze. Please put up the tweet there. Jonah Goldberg retweeted this, okay? Just read the top line.
J.D. Vance, the worst vice president in modern American history. What happened to Jonah Goldberg?
What are you talking about?
To him?
So he's saying Jonah Goldberg is endorsing that line that J.D. Vance is worse than Kamala Harris or Joe Biden? Get off the crack, bro.
Wow. That's... I'm telling you.
I don't know. A madhouse! Is right.
Also, Vance called on Walz to resign, which is a great call.
Good.
That's exactly what should happen.
I think Tim Walz should resign because it's very clear either that he knew about the fraud in Minneapolis, he knew about the welfare fraud, or at the very least he looked the other way. I mean, this is not this is not like Lex Luthor, right? This is not movie villain fraud. This is the lowest IQ possible fraud. This is, we're going to take we're going to take the absence of kids and set up a daycare center where there are no children, and we're going to call our early childhood education center the Quality Leering Center. By the way, if you can't spell learning, maybe you shouldn't be in early childhood education. But people got rich off of this. We know that there were schools who either had no enrollment or at least they overstated their enrollment. Tim Walz, either it was unbelievable incompetence or he was in on the fraud. That's one of the things we're going to get to the bottom of.
Both are bad, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no good option there. Either way, Tim Walz should be gone.
I think that was so important to have the vice president come out yesterday in front of the press and make sure that we don't, if we're talking about Minneapolis, let's make sure that we refocus on all of the, how much is this going to end up being in fraud. And make sure that people don't forget why Tim Walz was in the news just 48 hours ago. And I think refocusing that narrative and that story that needs to be, we need to get to the bottom of that. I think that was important for him to be out there talking about it.
Yeah, we've got such short attention spans
we sure do.
in America. We need to hang on to that focus and not let that go, ever. It's like the Epstein thing. This is super critical, too. Okay? Don't let this go at all, no matter what.
And we found an alumni for the Leering Center. Here's one of the alumni. Okay. They are calling for duties.
Oh, I saw that last night, but they switched away from it so quickly. I thought,
I found
did
it for
that
you,
just say
Judas?
Judas
for Renee. So we have one alumni.
They must have gone to the Leering Center. That's where they learned.
Yeah, they learned.
Okay.
So we're looking for Juicies.
Or Judas.
Judas.
Okay.
Unreal. Wow. Here's JD on a new position being established inside the government.
This is good.
Here's the simple fact here. If you're a young parent struggling to afford childcare in the United States of America, there are programs that we have to make it easier for your kids to get in daycare, for your kids to get in preschool. Those programs should go to American citizens, not be defrauded by Somali immigrants and others. Make it hard for you to get the access to the resources you need. But number two, making it easier for people who shouldn't even be in this country to fleece the United States and our taxpayers to begin with. We have actually activated a major interagency task force to make it possible to get to the heart of this fraud. We have Department of Agriculture resources that are focused on SNAP fraud so that people who need food benefits can get them, but illegal aliens and other fraudsters don't. We have over 1,500 subpoenas that the Department of Justice has issued to get to the heart of the fraud ring. We've done almost 100 indictments, mostly Somali immigrants, but also a few others. And of course, we're looking in with broad investigatory authority to a number of the instances of wrongdoing that we've seen in Minneapolis. But we also want to expand this. We know that the fraud isn't just happening in Minneapolis, it's also happening in states like Ohio. It's happening in states like California. And so what we're doing in order to help coordinate this remarkable interagency effort from the Trump administration, but also to make sure that we prosecute the bad guys and do it as swiftly and efficiently as possible, is we are creating a new Assistant Attorney General position who will have nationwide jurisdiction over the issue of fraud. Now, of course, that person's efforts will start and focus primarily in Minnesota, but it is going to be a nationwide effort because, unfortunately, the American people have been defrauded in a very nationwide way.
It's great. Good. Read a headline today. It said, government fraud meets its worst nightmare. Some dude with a phone. And this is going to be happening thousands of times. We all saw Nick Shirley's video, and it was great. And you know he got 100 million views on that? It just shows up at daycare centers and shows you there's no daycare being done here. So keep it up. They can't fight that.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
targeted demographic tweets, my white privilege has been worthless so far. What a crock of BS.
Right? I'm tired of hearing that phrase, and it doesn't pay off ever.
Yeah. Crazy. Trav Dockery tweets, so does baby shampoo prevent all tears or white tears only? No, just whitey. Just whitey tears. Gen X kid, this whole DEI thing is really working out well for the country. If diversity is our strength, we're benching about 85 pounds.
Oh, not even that.
Not even. About 8.5 pounds.
There you go.
Jimmy Dimples Walz. I find it pretty easy to determine the character of someone trying to run me down in his car or her vehicle. And fast, too.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. I don't know. This is just such insanity. And I don't know that we've ever seen anything like it in American history. Even around the Civil War time period, at least people had common sense. Yeah, we were fighting about something very, very serious. But on the other hand, people still knew right from wrong in most cases. Except for the slavery thing in the South. They didn't seem to get that.
I'm glad you said that.
Except for that. Except for that. And that was a pretty big exception. Do you have the, did you post the photo of
Joe's working on it right now, yeah.
Okay.
But we can.
All right. We got to talk about gas prices here in a minute because remember when Biden predicted that $5 a gallon is inevitable? Well, it probably was under the Biden administration. Had that continued, yeah, you'd be seeing $5 or $10 or $15 a gallon gas.
Yes, and I went to fill up Pat Gray, and I used the E85, and this was my ticket, $1.69
per gallon. $1.69.
$1.69.
Wow. $1.69.
Yep. And then the rest of it, you can see it on your screen, $2.19, $2.59, and $2.89 with diesel and 93 being the same price.
That's fantastic. Wow. I haven't paid that little, but that's like decades ago prices.
Yes. And when I posted that on X, everybody's like, oh, Mike, corner street, $2, $1.98.
And in some areas, that's really, really good.
So during COVID, when the price went through the floor, I'm trying to remember. I got it.
I don't think it ever went this low, did it?
Yeah, it did actually.
Did
because I remember I got it for a quarter because I had $1 off at Kroger.
Oh.
Which I assumed then that meant that it was $1.25.
$1.25,
right?
yeah.
I'm trying to remember if it was $1 off. I'll look for that because I remember posting that online.
That's a good gas right there.
But think about that, though. That's interesting that it took a global pandemic to knock the price down to $1.25 here.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good right there. $1.69. Okay.
Oh, yes.
I like that.
And, it's all about the oil in Venezuela. So let's get it.
I will say it is in part. It is in part about the oil. We need to be reimbursed for what they stole from us. Yes, we do. And we need to keep China
off
from reaping the benefits of what's going on in our hemisphere. And that's a large part of what's happening here, too. Wow. But, people are going to protest it anyway. They don't care.
Stop saving me money.
Yeah.
Pat. How dare you?
There's big protests going on in Minneapolis. And the good thing is, it's all grassroots. It's all organic. It's just people springing up and being upset with what's going on.
And I know where you're going, Pat Gray. So the camera is on. The microphones are hot. And here's what happened.
And then you want to see so just kind of, so this is sort of our axis here, so we can kind of do more of an angle. I love how you
pause it for a second. This is like a Spielberg production or something.
They're setting up a camera shot for the news.
Yeah. They're being coached on where to go, what to do, what to say. And there's actually somebody producing this madness.
I will call him a producer, Pat, because that's what I do.
He's a producer or a director. You could go either way.
Yes, you could.
Now, let's see the rest of this.
So you're in the front. You're the big one.
You're in the front. Get in the front.
And the rest of us, take 1 second. Actually, we're going to come to the right here, so you're right.
I got to see you in the camera. Don't block your sign.
So do you guys want to flank the speaker? Want to go this side? So you're on this side of the podium.
Okay.
Pause it. So she thought of that Renee Good poster all on her own with the multicolored, with the great photo of her.
Yeah, I'm missing the Judas sign though.
Yeah, dang it.
Where's that one? Judas
this
for
one's
Renee.
professionally orchestrated. I think they could at least get the spelling right.
Yes, yes, they did.
Wow. Is the photo, is that actually even
That is her. Yes,
Renee
that
Good?
is her. Yes.
Okay. So it's good to know that somebody paid for that. I mean, she paid, obviously, probably good money for that poster.
But, you know,
but
I
that
don't
cost
know
her $50.
I don't know if the producer's going to address this, but some of the people have the signs upside down. But it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fix your sign, honey. Fix it. There you go.
Actually, you can come over here.
Okay. All right.
Monique. And then Monique, you're sort of on the other side of the speaker.
Pause it again.
Right over.
Okay, so you also have a TV news reporter setting up the mic. So she knows what's going on here.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes.
And she's apparently fine with it.
Yes.
Will she mention in her report, by the way, this was all orchestrated by
I'm sure.
George Soros.
Oh, I'm sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Is there more? Okay.
Over here.
Oh, okay.
And then let's have a line.
A separate line. Come on.
Over here with you guys.
Jimmy.
Smaller signs.
I forewarned you about the other day, didn't I?
Oh, she's so happy, Pat.
Oh, God, that's a first for me.
Okay.
At least they didn't carry me.
Let's do a line back here. Okay, come on up. So this is sort of the line. Yep. Sort of at an angle. Yep. So just
reminds me of theater.
And let's do shoulder to shoulder.
This reminds her of theater, Pat.
That's because it is theater.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Reminds her of theater.
Or do we want to?
I'm just here from Waterloo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Are we okay?
How much are they all being paid to be there?
Right.
Oh, let me give you a hug. You're doing so good on camera right now.
Let's have a couple more on this side here.
Cheese, white guilt. I mean, white privilege. I mean, white people.
Seen you in the news.
I'm going to see you on the news.
Oh, my God. I love this.
It just goes on and on and on. Because it has to be exactly right.
It has to be right.
It's a huge production that they're paying a lot of money for.
Yes,
How he's
Pat.
passing out the signs. Anybody else need signs?
Everybody needs one. Susie, do you need one?
Who else needs one of our $500 signs that we printed up for you?
But this reminds me of theater, Pat.
Yeah, it should, because it is. It's kabuki theater.
Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
So anytime you see these massive demonstrations and protests, you know what's going on behind the scenes.
Organic, Pat.
Completely organic.
Organic.
Just grassroots. That's what we like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Despicable.
Very, very. And they call us opportunists.
Yeah. And is that helping or hurting our country right now? Are you helping bring peace to the nation, or are you stirring up contention and hatred and violence? Speaking of the fraud going on there's so much fraud going on everywhere. It's hard to focus on it, but we need to. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent had an interesting announcement yesterday.
Right. So we're lowering that to 3,000, and we're also targeting the 2 counties here, and we're going to do enhanced surveillance. And from now on, anyone who wires money out from one of these money service businesses has to check a box saying whether they are on public assistance. And if you are on public assistance, we are going to start pushing that you cannot wire money out of the country.
So what if they lie and they don't tell us public assistance?
Well, then
that's a crime, lying on a federal form.
We're going to follow it up, and we are going to push that you can no longer do that. The American people, our generosity has been taken advantage of.
Our generosity is funding al-Shabaab, an Iranian interest, it could be.
Well, the money...
this is really bad.
The money is supposed to go for alleged asylum seekers and their families and children. And if you were wiring the money out of the country, one of two things must be true. You are getting too much money and your benefits should be cut, or you are part of this conspiracy. Where did that money come from? We're going to find it out. That's what Treasury does. IRS has a group called Criminal Investigations. Criminal Investigations was the group.
I hope that they monitor this and enforce it.
Oh, yeah.
So help me.
I mean, that's what he's saying they're going to do.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I thought that was a good question by her. Like, well, what if they lie on a form? Well, we're following up on these forms. Good.
Yeah.
Good. You get public assistance and you're wiring money out of the country. Nope.
Are they going to have time and money to follow up on everybody who lies on the form?
You got that new office that JD's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if that falls under that purview, but...
Hope it's more than one person in that department, because...
We'll have AI fix it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll call Elon. Hey, build us an AI for this.
I wouldn't doubt it, though.
Yeah, he could. And he might be willing to again.
Yes. I mean, we still have some Doge employees, so put them to work.
Just don't announce it to the world that that's what you're involved in, because it's going to destroy your business.
Yes, it will.
There are some things happening outside of Minnesota that may surprise you. Here's a John Fetterman tweet, in fact, where he says, I believe the arrest of Maduro was a positive development for Venezuela and its people. Has there been a single Democrat other than Fetterman saying that? I don't think so. Not that I've seen. I salute our incredible military for their precise execution. I voted aye on this resolution to discharge it from the Senate Foreign Relations Committee so we can continue this important debate on the floor of the Senate.
Okay, so that's interesting, though. He tweeted that out. Was that before the Senate vote?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I don't think that's how he voted.
Really?
Yeah.
Said he was going to vote for it.
Well, he got it out of committee, but when it got to the floor...
Oh, he might have voted against it.
Because the only... Because all Democrats voted for it. For, stopping Trump's Venezuela stuff.
The Senate voted yesterday, 52-47, to disallow the president to continue operations in Venezuela. Wow. So, yeah, that means...
So all Senate Democrats voted against the president's wishes.
Including Fetterman?
I guess. 5 Republicans joined the Democrats. Oh, crap. See the list there? Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Todd Young, Rand Paul, and Josh Hawley.
Wow. All Senate Democrats voted against it. And, like you mentioned, the 5 Republicans. Jeez.
White House is going to veto it, but this is going to be a mess.
Sure is.
I don't know if what's going to happen. But I don't know. This is interesting.
President Trump sat down last night with Sean Hannity and talked about the next steps we're going to take in Venezuela.
What is your ultimate goal for the governance of Venezuela?
Prisoners that nobody thought they would ever see again are being released, and in many cases, good people is what I understand. But prisoners nobody ever thought they'd be released. So we're going to be working with them and leadership of the country. And so far, we've been working very well. We picked up the Russian freighter that trudged out there.
I want to ask you about that.
Well, they had some Russian ships guarding it, and they decided not to mess around with us. And we took that one. And that's unloading the oil. But we're taking billions and billions of dollars worth of oil, and it'll be hundreds of billions of dollars. It'll be trillions of dollars. But we're going to be there till we straighten out the country. We'll see how the country's doing. But we'll be running the oil. We're meeting tomorrow with all of the big oil executives. We're going to be right here in the White House. We're going to meet with the, biggest oil people in the world. They're all coming here. The top 14 companies are coming here. They're going to go in. They're going to rebuild the whole oil infrastructure. They're going to spend at least $100 billion. And it's an unbelievable oil that they have and an unbelievable quality of oil and amount of oil.
Wow. That's a lot.
I mean, he already said there's not going to be a second wave of attacks because he says, I forget the phrase, but he says it's going well. I mean, he's getting some good vibes from Venezuela. He's going to meet with Machado next week. So
the leadership's apparently on board with this.
Yeah.
Is the general public on board with it? They were celebrating it first, but there's been some unrest because you got the malcontents who gathered for a little while. I don't know if that's still going on.
I will say that Venezuelans living in America have been sending prison mail to Maduro in New York, which is hilarious.
It's great.
Yeah.
Here's President Trump on the next steps we're going to take against the drug cartels.
We've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by water, and we are going to start now hitting land with regard to the cartels. The cartels are running Mexico. It's very, very sad to watch and see what's happened to that country, but the cartels are running, and they're killing 250, 300,000 people in our country every single year. The drugs, it's horrible. It's devastated families. You know, you lose a child or a parent. I mean, parents are dying too with drugs. So we've done a really good job. We're knocking it down. The numbers are really getting to be, they're always going to be too high if you have one person, but they're going down just like the border. The border was a total mess for years. I did it the first time very quickly, and this time I did it even better because this was a bigger mess. This was a border like no other probably in the history of the world. There's never been a border like that when anybody could just walk into your country.
The border's ostensibly really closed now.
Closed. You can't come in. And nobody comes. Nobody even tries.
There's a lot of truth to that. That's not even an exaggeration. We all know he likes to exaggerate from time to time. That is not an exaggeration. The illegal crossings are almost zero right now.
So he says we're going to do land attacks, and then he says the cartels are running Mexico.
I didn't like that.
Okay, so does that mean we're about to go to war with Mexico?
It does sound that way.
That's what I heard as well.
But that's good because that's only Colombia, Mexico, Greenland,
Honduras,
Honduras,
Cuba.
Are we going to go to Guatemala?
Cuba.
Cuba.
We already marked
Cuba.
off Venezuela, so we can.
We got that
on our to-do list.
Iran?
We can mark that off.
Don't forget Iran.
But,
Iran, which we've got something from him on the potential strikes on Iran coming up. We'll get into that as well.
It's interesting over there, I'll say.
Wow.
I mean,
because they've got some unrest going on right now among the population. They're sick and tired of the mullahs.
Yeah.
They're
gosh.
done.
I mean,
they're done with them.
They've got women smoking and setting fire to pictures of the Ayatollah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is...
Oof.
And don't forget...
And dangerous for them.
Yeah.
The streets are being named Trump.
Streets are being named Trump. But the regime, knocked out the power, turned off the internet.
Turned off the internet,
It's getting really intense in Iran. Pray for those people.
Yeah. Plus, you might remember we had our predictions on how the NFL season would go, and we'll do the wrap-up and the recap of what actually happened. How'd that all turn out? Stu's going to join us, and we'll share it next.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
I'm sure everybody noticed. No escaping it this time. That was a full 2 seconds late for Chris Cruz
I don't know, man.
to begin the show this hour.
Take that off my paycheck this week.
Yeah, it's coming off. This time, it's just coming off.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had it with the delays. Time we can't get back. That's just 2 seconds.
See,
that's
but you're
completely
wasting
gone.
more time now.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Details.
But those 2 seconds are gone. We'll never get them back. Wow. Hope you're proud of yourself.
I am. You know what? I am.
Joining us in the studio for our recap of our NFL predictions.
Yeah, cool.
Stu Bergier.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you, Pat.
Big Cowboys fan and Giants fan, right?
No.
Cowboys
hate them
and
both. Hate them both. I will say I'm glad to be here, considering I almost left. I thought the show was canceled. There was like 2 seconds there where nothing happened at all.
Right. Thank you.
What was going on?
Thank you. I don't know. I don't know. Complete incompetence, I think.
Okay.
Didn't seem to be a technical thing.
I was halfway out the door.
Yeah.
And
I was about to leave.
Okay.
We don't blame you.
So
you come here to gloat, or what's happening here?
Stu's the winner.
Gloat.
Stu wins.
Stu wins what? I mean,
wins, lunch, I guess, because that's what we do every year. We do these NFL picks.
We do the over-under at the beginning of the season, and then at the end, a little recap. And Stu went 5-0 this year.
Yeah, it's important, I think, to note that it wasn't just a victory. right? Like, yes, of course, obviously, it was a victory, but it was sort of more like the Eagles Super Bowl championship last year, where they absolutely destroyed the Chiefs, rather than their previous Super Bowl victory a few years beforehand, where they had a close game against the Patriots, but still won. This is a 5-0. By the way, I don't know if anyone's noticed this. Second time I've gone 5-0.
Oh, wow.
I did not notice that.
No one noticed.
Nobody noticed.
I made a video and
In fact,
everything
nobody
last time.
cared. But
we were actually surprised that you didn't make one this
I
time.
thought about it, but I was like, no.
And what's so interesting is that you were 4-0 until the very last week of the year, and you needed your Eagles to lose, and well, they did.
And
so
they did. They always take care of me. It was a close one. I had a couple close games there. Also, your team.
You gotta stop picking the Falcons to go over. Why do you do that every year? I never bet on them because they're
unreliable. Big time.
They're liable to fail you.
Are they unreliable? Because if you look behind
yeah.
you, 5-0 seems to be right behind you, right there. Look at that. I will say at that one, I thought I lost.
Wait a minute.
But how many games did they win to end the year?
Hang on a second. 8 and 9. But hang on a second.
But I mean, I'm saying in a row to end the year.
4 in a row.
4 in a row.
Yeah.
So
as soon as they were eliminated, they went 4-0. That's great.
And finished tied for first. And still missed the playoffs.
I think it was 7.5 games they had to get over, and I was sitting at 4 and 9, like, oh, this one's not happening.
You know what though? Yeah, I got to find these picks now. I haven't. Oh, here they are, right here.
There's nothing more to find. What is seen over your shoulder is what is needed to be found, and that is a 5-0. Yeah. Another 5-0. Think about this, Pat. You could have spent, if you just bet $1 million on all of my picks.
Yeah.
You would have another $5 million in your pocket easily.
So the standings finishes: Stu 5-0, Pat 2-3, Keith and Jeffy tied for last at 1-4. So I guess we're splitting lunch now.
How convenient that Jeffy's not here.
Oh, well then.
I will say this. Because, again, first of all, thank you to your Falcons for getting me to the perfect 5-0. But secondly, I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, it's your show. The fact that Jeffy didn't show up today, I think, gives the responsibility for this lunch to him.
It does.
I mean, he didn't even bother to come in.
That's a good
I support that.
Right? Like, I mean, at least Keith's here.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, yes, I was a failure.
Facing the music.
A depressing failure. My family's let down by what I've done.
His family's embarrassed by him.
Embarrassed. My children won't speak to me now. No. And he deserves all of that, to be clear.
Yes,
but
he does.
Jeffy deserves all that and more.
And more.
He deserves to pay for our sustenance.
I got it. Yeah. So I'm here to take the shame that's well deserved, as you say, and he's gonna shoulder the burden of paying for lunch. I think that's a fair deal.
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding, the illicit drug business is doing really well.
Right.
He manages a very large enterprise.
He lost a boat though.
He did lose
recently.
a boat. Oh no.
Yeah. He was one of those.
Off of Venezuela?
Yeah.
It was just fishermen, right? It was just fishermen.
We try not to talk about it too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So unlike your Falcons, my Packers lost 4 in a row at the end of the season. Of course, they're dealing with a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
A lot of, including Micah Parsons, who was key to that defense.
For the year,
and Jordan Love, too, and their quarterback.
Jordan Love.
You're basically your top 2 players.
Yeah. And multiple others, too. So it was a tough season for him. But
you're still in the dance.
Still in it.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That's
in
cool.
it to win it.
I mean, it's unbelievable the Falcons did not win that division.
I know.
It is legitimately unbelievable. They have a lot of talent.
A terrible division.
Yeah.
And they should have won it.
I agree. It's a little bit disappointing.
How many times has the winner of that division been under 500?
A couple times.
Yeah. Several.
Yeah. I do remember the Panthers doing that previously.
But at least they have a first-round pick, though.
No.
No, that's right. No, they don't. I'm sorry.
They traded that away.
At least there's hope for the future. Well, no, there's not.
In a trade that has worked out very well, actually.
I know. But that's not. You don't tell them the rest of the story.
Oh, okay.
You just say the Rams have our first-round pick. You don't tell them it was actually spent wisely and we have a great defensive line.
Right.
Now, so for lunch, I'm thinking Nick and Sam's. I don't know where
Nick
anybody
and Sam's
else's head is right now, but I'm thinking Nick and Sam's.
I'm just gonna abstain from this just in case I can't get out of.
I will say Jeffy will probably just call in sick, right?
Yeah, right.
When it's time. Yeah, look at this empty chair right here.
Right.
This empty chair, which, by the way, the chair is like, thank God, please stay home.
I needed a break.
I just needed a little bit of rest.
Yep.
But
take a day off, man.
Take a day. It's okay. No, it's. I missed him. I mean, it's just like it's sad. When he's not here.
Dead jaw.
Yeah. Dead jaw. But yeah, no, he's. I think he's on the hook for this whole
check
thing.
This out. Check this out. Chris has been trying to call him all morning, and apparently he's not taking our calls. So he's running away. He's scared.
So wait, he didn't even call in. He didn't say like, "Hey, I'm going to be sick."
Yeah, he texted. Yeah.
I mean, you can't believe
Then
it.
he went back to bed.
This is the thing with Jeffy. From normal medical standards, every day he's sick, right? Like his body is running at
it's
4%
riddled with disease.
Yes, riddled with disease. As we've talked about many times, there's a civil war going on between multiple diseases.
But that's what
inside
keeps
his
him
body.
alive. They're fighting each other, so no one disease has killed him yet.
It's stalemate.
The chair sitting over there going, I know.
So what could possibly be happening that he's sick? Right? Like what? There's already every disease human beings have discovered is already inside of him.
Well, he's 180 years old. I think that has something to do with it.
You think it's an age thing?
I think his body's just
wow.
Said, it's like, hey man, I've been doing this since Millard Fillmore. Let's I think it's wearing out.
Not a lot of Millard Fillmore jokes on most shows I go on.
No, not a
but
lot.
this one, you guys are able to bring it to it.
Yeah. So Eagles gonna lose to the 49ers this week or what?
I don't know. I really hope not. I think they can and should beat the 49ers, considering they have they don't even have full torsos anymore. They have so many injuries. It's mostly just arms and legs piled up on the other side of the line. So they should be able to win that game. Eagles have very good defense. Offense maybe not so explosive this year, but they should be able to win that game. I think at home, but. Yeah, I am in the Keith Malinak area where pessimism rules my viewing habits. I'm always, when I'm watching the game, I'm like, this is typical, it's over. Okay, but Dad, it's 2nd and 4. It's the first drive. I am that way.
Okay.
And that served me very well for most of my life until the Eagles just started going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, how's that
every other
feel?
year.
That's pretty cool, though, right?
It's really cool.
Yeah, okay, so you're
great.
no longer in the camp with me, I guess.
I still feel it's still part of me. You have
hard to overcome now.
And it's different with you, Pat. Like when I talked to Pat Gray at the beginning of the season and I asked him how BYU is going to do, he tells me however many games they are and like how many do they have on the schedule and
right
is what he responds every single year.
And it was pretty close this year. They finished 12-2. So I'm an eternal optimist when it comes to football. So
shall we go around the room and do our Super Bowl picks? Because Buffalo, this is your year.
I'd love to see it.
You've got to do it this year.
Green Bay's not in the picture. I'd like for somebody who's never won it to win it. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm scared, though, for Buffalo in that first round against Jacksonville, man, because they're hot.
Yeah,
but
they're good.
I'm saying Buffalo over Seattle.
Wait, did you just say when now that Green Bay's not in the picture?
Oh, yeah, well, I'm assuming they're going to lose.
Did I miss the game
I'm
already?
assuming they're going to lose because...
Wow, that is some pessimism.
I mean, they'll be decimated by injuries as we talked about.
Falcons will take that spot if you don't want it.
But look,
they got Chicago coming up this weekend, though, and they beat them once.
Yeah, they can
when they were healthy. But
they beat Chicago. I mean, Chicago's a decent team. They're well coached. Yeah. They have talent, but they're beatable. I think by almost.
They are.
That's the thing. I would say. Tell me if you agree with this, but I feels to me this year it's wide open.
Everybody's beatable.
I mean, the everyone's like, Rams and Bills. It's like those are like the 5 seeds, right? I mean, the Bills are 6 seed,
6 seed,
right?
Right.
It's a weird year.
That is
I don't
crazy.
think the Rams are going to beat the Panthers. I think the Panthers are actually going to win that game.
Really? And they did beat them once already this year, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. The Bills is interesting because everyone's like, Patrick Mahomes isn't there, Lamar Jackson isn't there. This is the year, but it's also the year where this is not the best Bills team we've seen.
Right.
No,
this is they obviously not even winning their division, which is very, very typical for them. They usually win their division, and they certainly have a great chance of winning. I would not put anything past Josh Allen, but they're going to need him to go crazy. I think for them to get all the way to the Super Bowl,
a Super Bowl that. You think you might make it to?
I was thinking about it. I think I might. Although I will say this year is San Francisco, so it's
So it's outside of town.
We're trying to make our plans, right, to figure out where we're going to stay.
Because you always go
I
to
do.
the Super Bowl.
I do go to the Super Bowl, and I love the Super Bowl. It's a lot of fun.
Have you been getting tickets in advance, or do you still wait till you're there?
He waits till the last minute.
Every time.
It really does. Well, it varies. I expect to wait to the last minute every time.
Yeah.
Like last year, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but the Eagles were in the Super Bowl and won.
Did not remember that, huh?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. They were in the Super Bowl.
Right.
We beat the Chiefs, destroyed them. It was great.
No, really?
Yeah. But I was there, and my.
This is the North Texas Eagles we're talking about?
No. And they're great.
Oh.
They're great. Actually, a lot of fun. The North Texas Eagles this year. They were a lot of fun. But no, Philadelphia Eagles. Super Bowl champions.
Huh.
And so when we were preparing for that victory that was around the corner in New Orleans, we got the tickets a little bit early, like maybe a week early. But sometimes it's day before.
Yeah.
It's very close. But San Francisco is interesting because the last time I was in San Francisco was the last time you were in San Francisco, I believe.
2014.
Pat. Was 2014, and it was for the Super Bowl that year.
And it was already starting to get pretty bad.
And it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I have now done a decade of coverage on San Francisco about how horrible it is.
Yeah.
To the point of I've watched how many videos of people being murdered, how many videos of people being assaulted in the streets, how many videos have you watched of a woman walking down the street, some guy just walks by her, punches her in the face for no reason.
Businesses have closed because of the safety concerns.
Yeah.
There's, human waste in the streets at all times. Oh, my God.
And it's hard to know from an outsider perspective, is that something? Obviously, it is a real issue for the residents. But is it one of those things where when you go there for a weekend, it's not as noticeable? I went in 2021, went to Chicago for the weekend. And we went to some games at Wrigley Field. It was really great. And I was downtown in that main I don't remember what that area is called. But it's the main touristy area,
Miracle Mile or
Miracle
something.
Mile down there. And Wrigley and that area around there. And it was I was oh wow, maybe we got a good weekend, right? It didn't seem like there was 85 shootings this weekend. And I remember coming back and turning on the TV on Monday, and I think it was Megyn Kelly who was on. She's like, there was 47 shootings in Chicago this weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, it actually was there. But I wasn't in the areas where this stuff happened.
Right.
So I don't know. Is San Francisco, though, I remember feeling it when we were there, even last time. There's a huge homeless
Big
problem,
time.
massive mugging problem.
And this is a different a different stadium, right?
Yeah.
Well, no,
it was there.
It was Santa Clara
It was there last time.
Okay, so
but
it's been around
that's
longer than I thought.
40 minutes outside of it's nowhere near there. So the debate right now is, do we just go toward the stadium, maybe a nicer area? It's we're not going to get shot in the streets. And maybe, I'm getting old. So it's the big party area where all the stuff's going on. Maybe go to the nice quiet area where nothing's going on. So that's kind of the
So who's going to be
temptation.
in the Super Bowl this year when you go?
It's a great question, Keith. I think if I were to, taking out my my very much Homer nature here when it comes to wanting the Eagles to be in, I would say they probably won't go to the Super Bowl this year. I did pick them under, and then if you see over your shoulder there, I went 5-0.
Is that right?
On those picks?
Oh, be damned.
I
didn't even know that.
I mean, Seattle feels like the team. I mean, getting that game to be able to skip their home field is incredible. Can you trust Sam Darnold for a Super Bowl run? That's really tough to do. They've got basically one receiver. So they have their problems too. I'm not a big Bears believer. The Rams are up and down, but are one of those teams that find ways to lose games. You might know something about this, Keith, as a Falcons fan.
Not funny.
So I think I would probably pick Seattle if I had to in the NFC. Although I don't know that I have a strong feeling on it.
Okay.
AFC, I'm not a big Denver guy.
They did well though. What are they, 14-3?
They're the one seed.
Yeah,
the one seed.
Really
beat the Eagles this year, which in a close game that the Eagles blew, but they did win. I mean, I can't say I'm a big Jacksonville believer. They've had a great season, but I don't know. Who do you guys think from the AFC? Do you guys
say it's Buffalo over Seattle.
Buffalo
This is their year.
Over Seattle in the championship
Bills
game.
Mafia, let's go.
I mean, it would be great to see.
It would.
Buffalo, they're
Be
great
fun.
fans. They're they've been there forever. Like I remember, I can't tell you how passionately I was rooting for them back in those 4 consecutive losses because
Which has turned to be a negative thing.
I know, it's so stupid.
They got to the Super Bowl
4 straight years.
Nobody else has ever done that.
And one of the reasons why they got blown out in a lot of those games, and not all of them, but one of the reasons they got blown out in a couple of them is because they had no right to be there. Like they overachieved to get to the game.
Yeah.
So yes, they got blown out, but remember those games were against the Giants. You made fun of us at the beginning of the show, and the Cowboys,
49ers,
and the Niners was the other one. So but I don't like any of those teams.
Wasn't it 55-10 with the 49ers? I think it was. That was a massacre.
That was a massacre. But, obviously the first game against the Giants, they miss a field goal to lose.
Very close.
Very, very close. And they were the better team that year, I think, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And then the other one I think it gets overlooked is the second Cowboys game, which, if I remember right, the Bills led at halftime. They were right? Do I remember that right?
Here are the scores. The 55-10 you're talking about was... that was the 49ers crushing the Broncos.
Yes, that's right.
But the loss is in order, and they never got as close as they did the first one, right? 20-19, they lost to the Giants. They lost to the Redskins 37-24.
That was a blowout.
Then they lost to the Cowboys twice, 52-17 and 30-13.
That 30-13 game, that was misleading. They were in that game going into the second half, and I think it was Thurman Thomas, fumbled early in that second half.
And got away from them.
All turned around.
At the end,
but again, they were no match for the Cowboys that year. I mean, the Cowboys were the much better team. But do we punish them for that? Do we say, oh gosh, Jim Kelly, you suck. You made it through the entire AFC and lost in the Super Bowl. We're weird with the Super Bowl. Like when something happens, it defines your career.
That was the Georgia Dome.
Yep.
Yeah, Dallas.
There you go.
Okay. Good luck, Buffalo.
Well, we'll see.
Who's going to win, Pat?
Probably Seattle because I can't stand them. Probably Seattle.
Okay.
But I'd like to see Buffalo win it because they never.
I'd like to see that too. That'd be fun. Outside of the Eagles, of course. I don't want to. I don't want to give the vibes out there that the Eagles might very well. I mean, the path is, in theory, San Francisco, who is very injured. The Bears, who, by the way, beat up on the Eagles earlier in the season, but I think is beatable.
Yeah.
And then, you're going to Seattle, and that's a tough game. But it's a game they could win. I mean, they both have really good defenses and mediocre offenses, so they could easily win that.
Just to recap, if I'm paying for half the lunch, McDonald's, we're good. If I'm not paying, it's wherever you wanted to go.
Nick and Sam's?
Yeah, Nick and
Sam's. Very high-end. I mean, I feel like we fit right into Nick and Sam's.
I think
the
we
vibe,
do.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's
absolutely.
Just,
absolutely.
That's us. And especially Jeffy. I feel like they would just shut the restaurant down when they saw him parking. They'd be like, yeah, all right, no.
Somebody would be out there telling him, no, this is too bougie for you. You don't want to come in here.
I got bougie sauces.
Holy crap. I'm just now familiarizing myself with Nick and Sam's.
Yeah, it's a little pricey.
Yeah, I'll be sick that day.
Yeah. All right. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
I begrudgingly give you congratulations.
Thank
for
you.
your 5-0.
Thank you. 5-0.
Good luck to the...
I mean, there has to be somebody in the audience who remembers the last time it was 5-0.
I don't think so.
And
I don't
just
think anybody
dumped their
remembers.
mortgage money on all these particular predictions, and now is maybe owns Nick and Sam's.
Yeah, they're wildly successful
wealthy.
and wealthy. Yeah. Yep. All right. 888-900-3393. More coming up.
Subscribe today at blazetv.com/Pat. Pat Gray Unleashed. We'll be right back.
So, how do we get on the moon landing talk during the break? I don't know. Stooges left, and so somehow the moon landing conspiracy came up again. And Chris says that at your church...
Yes, I was hanging out with some college students, and we're just in a little break. And
college. So they're not in grade school,
no,
right? They're
college
not in...
students.
19,
okay. I believe, and the other guys between 19 and 21. Yes. We're talking about the moon landing, and they're like, oh, it's fake. So I butted myself into the conversation to see where we were. And Pat Gray, they did not believe
that we
to this day that we landed on the moon.
And what do they cite as their reason?
The same thing of
that we always hear.
Yes, the flag and the cable,
the flag
and the gravity, and
I love the flag thing because supposedly it's waving in the wind.
It's waving in the wind. Yes.
Wasn't this supposedly faked in a sound studio indoors?
Yes.
So did they have wind indoors?
Well, they had.
Is that what happened?
Big fans, Pat.
Big fans.
Big fans.
Forgot to turn them off.
Forgot to turn them off.
So incompetent that they left the wind machine on for the fake moon landing. That's really weird.
And the one line that I was maybe, not a Jesus line, I said, so you're telling me that you're not willing to believe on something that we all saw and you're willing to believe in Jesus. Is that what we are? And one of the pastors heard me. He was like,
wouldn't go over well.
He laughed.
He did laugh.
He laughed because he knows my humor. And afterwards, he did tell me to repent and
Have you?
Yeah, I did, and give me some lashes in the back, and I was like, okay.
Okay, wow, that's crazy.
That really shocked, because I thought, I know we joke around and we just poke fun at it. I thought, honestly, it was just in this room. I just did not. No. I've never met a person that has told me to my face, we did not land in the moon.
I cited the study the other day that shows 18 to 25-year-olds, 25% of them believe we have.
I think I had 100%, Pat. I think I had them all in that one room.
And the other thing, a couple other things that you hear is that we didn't have the tech to get there.
And that was one of the. Chris, my phone has more technology than.
That's true.
I'm like, we went to the moon with gum and duct tape.
Right.
Yes.
It's what makes it so incredible that we did it. It's amazing. But with the ancient technology, we got to the moon, so we couldn't do that. But we did have the movie technology where we could fake that and make
the
it
green
believable.
Screen and the computers.
And then get Russia and China and everybody else on the planet who hated our guts. And we were competing with, we got all of them to go along with the hoax.
And don't forget, all the secrecy, right? No one has said anything from NASA that it was faked. So
yeah, right. And forget about the 400,000 people who worked on each of the Apollo projects. What about the 12 astronauts? At least one of them would have broken down by now, right? And they
and they brought up that one quote that one of the astronauts
which was
said.
Edited.
It was that's what I told. Oh, Pat, trust me, it was not worth the fight. I just walked out.
Yeah, I mean, there's no change in people's minds when they're not logical to start with. We have more coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So much going on, of course. We talked about the fallout from the shooting in Minneapolis and that tragedy. That continues, and that's starting to boil. And then you've got Venezuela, and then you've got President Trump talking about Iran. Here's what he had to say about that.
Of that awful 47-year tyranny.
Well, I don't want to say it, but I will tell you they're not doing well. As you know, probably better than anybody. They're doing very poorly. And I have let them know that if they start killing people, which they tend to do during their riots, they have lots of riots. If they do it, we're going to hit them very hard.
Now, dozens have been killed. I know you don't do red lines, but have you communicated to them what that limit of your patience is?
Well, some have been killed by, problems of crowd control and other things. We're watching it very closely. The crowds are so large, there's been a stampede. There's been 3 stampedes, and people have been killed in that, and I'm not sure I can necessarily hold somebody responsible for that. But they know, and they've been told very strongly, even more strongly than I'm speaking to you right now, that if they do that, they're going to have to pay hell.
Do you have a message for the people of Iran, President Trump?
All I can say is you should feel strongly about freedom. There's nothing like freedom. You're brave people. It's a shame what's happened to your country. Your country was a great country. I remember years ago when I was a young real estate developer, friends of mine went to Iran and they did great. They built buildings in Iran. They're still up, barely, by the way, but they're still up. I see pictures of them, apartment houses. and they did very well in Iran. They've passed away. They were very successful developers. They were great people, mostly New York developers. But they went to Iran, and they built some pretty good jobs in Iran. And I remember they were saying the people are great. The whole place was great. It was a tremendous market. And now you look at it. Look what's happened.
Yeah.
He reiterated that message with Hannity last night about don't start shooting people.
Yeah. If you're killing people, you're going to have us to answer to. So, because again, we're the world's police officers. So,
don't like that part.
Yep.
I don't like that part.
So, when they shut off the internet, we said?
Yeah, they shut off the internet, shut off the light. Streets are being named after Trump.
I guess there's reports of
right
gunshots
now
around Tehran, right?
Yep. And Iranian protesters have brought down the Islamic regime symbol from the capital.
Ooh, they're not going to like that.
They're not going to like that.
Wow. So, I mean, that's a dangerous, really risky situation going on. And you remember this kind of started. It flared up like this during Obama's administration. And we were like, okay, help them, Barack, help them. And he didn't. He did nothing. He didn't encourage them. Now, we weren't saying send troops or necessarily attack them, but provide encourage,ment. You know, President Trump is doing that.
Yes, I think if you just say, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah. You know, you'll have our support. And that's what they need to hear so that they can keep this thing going. But I don't know. It's a tenuous situation, and it's a tough situation. You protest against that regime, and it's dangerous. It's really dangerous.
But look, when you got a bunch of friends joining you at the party, like they appear to do in the streets there, and like I said, the trend now of women lighting cigarettes and setting fire to pictures of the Ayatollah.
Wow.
That's there's some brave people. I mean, we always tell these countries, you know, change your government, do what it takes, and it looks like this time might be different.
Yep, U.S. intelligence just gave a quote to Axios that it seems that they have sufficient energy to challenge the regime.
Wow. Okay, we'll see. Meanwhile, things continue to percolate in Venezuela. Now, President Trump has said that we're not going to do the second strike, right? That's not necessary. The second
He's getting
wave.
cooperation.
Yeah, they're cooperating. So hopefully, you know, things won't erupt in the streets, and that will continue, and we won't have to do anything more militarily there. And then here in Washington, you still have the left pissed off about the ballroom being built.
Yes.
There's a big deal about it yesterday. They had a little press conference on that. And I guess this is the contractor, the guy in charge the architect who's in charge of building it.
Yes.
And they had some plans initially that he came in and scrapped.
Yep.
They're like, no, we're not doing that.
And I feel after that, like our theory of something going underneath it.
Oh, that's for sure.
Is for sure happening.
That's absolute.
No,
yes.
I don't think it's a theory. I think I read that somewhere.
Yeah,
like, that's a safe house
and
now.
basically, he confirms that.
I think so.
But here's what he had to say.
Here, perhaps, is what I mentioned earlier, which is the alignment of the cornice of the ballroom directly, and it directly aligns with the cornice and the balustrade of the White House. The heights will match exactly.
That's
here you
news.
see the upper level of the East Colonnade, and I did mention the potential for a future addition, a one-story addition to the West Wing, and that would occur right here. And you can see that the reason to think that is so that we would reinstate the symmetry around the central pavilion of the White House.
Okay.
We have not looked at that at all yet, but hope to do so in the future.
So the White House getting a little bit of a facelift too out of this deal. So it's going to look
big time.
They're adding to the
They're
top
adding
of it?
to the top of it.
Yeah, they're going to make it a 2-story area.
Yes.
Maybe.
So that
I
it
don't think
matches
that's
the
confirmed.
same height as the ballroom.
Yeah, he wants symmetry.
Symmetry.
That's one thing that early on it was a little off-putting. Just the size differential.
Yeah,
like, don't
absolutely.
be taller than our house, bro.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
So,
I think there's more stuff happening underneath that White House.
there is, and he, they asked him, well, why haven't you presented these plans to DC's, committee that that
oversees.
looks into these and oversees the building permits and all of that stuff? And he said, well, because there's some classified things that are going on there.
So is that part of the Tough Act of 2025?
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
You don't need to know.
So you want to see it? Tough. Yes. And that definitely applies to whatever they're building underground for the president and his family and whatever other officials would be there in case of some kind of emergency. So they're definitely building something under what they're doing now. And I think really that's probably the biggest reason for doing this.
You have opportunity.
Yeah. And so it's going to be about 90,000 square feet.
Wow.
Which is a lot. And then they got the colonnade underneath it. And I think there's some space in there for the First Lady offices and all of that. So it's quite a project.
I don't think it'll be done in time.
No, I don't know. He said, there could be cost overruns. Yep. Depends on how long it takes us. But it's supposed to be done by, is it 28? 27.
7, I think.
27.
So next year, sometime next year, that's a lot of building to be done that quickly. But I guess you could do it.
And
We're
we keep
Americans,
deporting
right?
people away from the country, so who's going to build it?
Well, that's what the Democrats are saying.
My mic is on, so I apologize.
Right. I mean, who's going to...
We're not going to have anybody around to wipe our asses because we don't have enough people.
Right. So if you don't have enough people to wipe you, and certainly you don't have enough people to build the East Wing.
Nope.
That's a real problem. But, President Trump goes around the world, and he did this in the first term, too, and he saw all these palaces and gigantic places and elaborate areas where dignitaries come and spend their time, and then he took a look at what we have to welcome dignitaries.
We're the United
He's like,
States of America.
Yeah. This can't stand. We're gonna fix this, and that's what he's doing right now. Plus the fact that there's some kind of thing being built underground, which is important. You never want to scrimp on this. Speaking of not scrimping on anything, he's also proposed for next year's budget for the military.
Oh boy, I saw this.
1.5 trillion, 1.5 trillion. Now that's a 50% increase from this year, but he says that will give us a dream military that we all want and deserve, and to be, for our security and safety, this is what will ensure it. So if that's the case, and there's no fraud and no waste,
so
do it.
Will our soldiers then they can stop buying their own equipment when they get deployed places?
So yeah, I hope.
Cool.
Because we all know that's how it should be, right? They shouldn't have to do that. They should be compensated fairly. If there are plans that we have for technological advances to protect this country, and we can't do it because of monetary constraints, we need to fix that. We just do. And the left will say, well, they were already spent more than all the other countries combined on our defense. Well, it's because we're defending the whole planet. So what do you want?
That's fair.
That costs a lot of money to defend the entire planet. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there.
1.5 trillion. Okay.
1.5 trillion.
I don't want to hear about any
dollars.
Golden toilet seats, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Does that include a whole bunch of waste and fraud? If so, then we don't need that. But, if it's going to fund technological advances, things that are in the planning stages we just don't have money for and they need to be fixed, do it. Do it. Then we come to Paulina Luna. Paulina Luna.
Yeah, I let me just preface that this is an interesting clip here. See if anything stands out, and then we need to talk about this.
Okay.
The information isn't put out there directly. That's when you have a lot of these, could have Erika have been involved in any of that? And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that she at all had any connection to that. When I see that, it's like you're victimizing the victim, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. I was just with her at the White House. And she's, that's anyone. If that happened to your wife, my husband, it's devastating.
Wait, she lost her husband and her kids?
Yeah, play the last 10 seconds of that, Joe. She just kind of glosses over that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're already you're victimizing the victim, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, she did lose her husband. She lost her kids. Like, I was just with her at the White House, and she's
not lose her kids.
You know,
what
well,
is she saying there?
So
she lost her kids.
People are speculating online, and I want to clear this is speculation because I can't find anything about the custody thing. But people are speculating that that she lost custody to Charlie's parents.
What?
But
Really?
I think the consensus is coming down that Paulina Luna misspoke.
That's what I think.
And meant to say the kids lost their dad.
Yes, and this is her.
Oh, I didn't know this was out there.
Yes, she tweeted to clarify. Go for it, sorry, Pat.
I meant to say the kids lost their dad.
Okay, good.
PPD podcast is not edited, so it was not changed or taken out.
Okay. I didn't see this.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, she misspoke.
Okay.
She automatically went out and was like, no,
But
easy.
of course, when something like that happens and people misspeak, the internet's going to go crazy.
Yep.
With
And
all
they
kinds
did,
of things.
because
And
people-
they did, of
People
course.
were tagging Candace, and people were tagging documentaries that they found.
Jeez.
And the genie
Candace.
gets out of that bottle,
And it
man.
was
And
when Keith sent it, I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way. So I went down the rabbit hole, probably the same rabbit hole that Keith did. And there's documentary of Erika Kirk calling out Israel or calling out all these people, and people are saying, yeah, she's gonna lose her kids. I'm like, all right, people,
No.
chill. Then I went to her profile.
She's going to lose her kids because she called out Israel? Is that what they're saying?
I
What
don't
is
know,
being
Pat.
alleged
I
there?
have
Why would she
no
lose her
idea.
kids?
I have no idea.
Crazy. It's nuts.
Israel runs every
Every department.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So if you
right.
call them out, then they'll take your kids.
So Israel runs American CPS?
Yes.
Now you
Oh
got-
wait, you didn't know that?
All the 50
I
states.
didn't know that
Oh,
until
I
just now.
apologize. That's why I
should have
glossed
guessed
over that.
because they run everything,
Yes,
right?
they do. Well,
Yeah, that's what
they're-
we're told.
they're a puppet master.
So
We only do their will.
So do we have Greenland yet? Like, do we own that? Like, what?
Yeah, we own
What is
Greenland,
taking
sure.
so long?
Sure. What do you mean?
We have Greenland. It's ours.
You're silly.
I love this.
We'll get into the Greenland situation in a sec, but this is your last call for the Keksi New Year's sale.
Whoa.
Today's the final day to get 15% off. Now, we only do this a few times a year, so take advantage of this. If you've been thinking about placing an order, now's the time. Perfect time to get some fan favorites like especially the hot chocolate cookie, which is one of my all-time favorites, and one of yours because it's one of our best-selling cookies ever. And it features a rich chocolate base topped with our velvety in-house, yes, we make the marshmallow cream, fluffy dehydrated marshmallows, and a final layer of luscious chocolate. And the marshmallow cream is a secret recipe that we make in-house.
That's so
and
cool.
Like we do with all the caramel. Jackie slaves over a hot stove on a regular basis to come up with just the right deliciousness
That's so
for
cool.
our caramel sauce. So we make that too. There's no code needed. You don't have to put anything in. You just get the 15% discount automatically applied at checkout.
That
Okay?
is so cool. And Pat,
So-
if your description did not do any justice, just everybody look at your screen, and that is
Okay.
a hot chocolate cookie.
Oh, yeah, look at that thing.
That looks
Oh, it's
delicious.
so good.
And those pictures are real, right, Pat?
So
Because I saw
delicious.
your
They are real.
Your
Yes, that is
daughter-in-law
not
taking
AI.
pictures
She
of the
does.
cookies, and she does a really good job.
Yes, she does. And the cookies are incredible. You don't have to take my word for it. Here's what Linda said in her 5-star review. I purchased 2 of these boxes to share with my family for Christmas. When I took them out of the refrigerator on game night, the oohs and ahs didn't stop for a very long time. Some chose a cookie, then decided to cut their cookies into 4s so
no.
more could be shared. Good thing Jeffy's not here. He'd be really pissed.
I'd be so angry.
It was a magical success, to say the least. So thanks a lot. Appreciate that. And again, 15% off sale ends today at Keksi.com. Keksi. Keksi.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay. So, who's this tweet from, Chris, about Greenland? Is this from Trump?
No, but it's about a White House comment. I don't know. Put it up here, please.
Oh, yes,
Full
the
screen
White
11.
House. Yes, thank you. That
Okay.
one, yep.
All right. U.S. officials are reportedly discussed, offering lump sum payments to 10,000 to 100,000 per person
to Greenlanders.
Yeah, right now they're talking about 500,000 per person. There's 57,000 or so Greenlanders.
Oh.
So actually, it's 100,000.
We're just going to print money.
Yeah, they're talking
and
about
send it over.
100,000 to every resident, which is, but it's only 5.7 billion. I mean, only. You're talking about
that's a great investment.
The potential of a landfall in rare minerals. So is that worth it? I would say it's worth it up to $1 million per person. If you said, hey, you know what? We'll pay you $1 million per person. How much money is that? It's $57 billion.
You going to get Congress to appropriate that money?
You can try, I guess. But, I mean, you should. I mean, you can't just offer that to them.
Thomas Jefferson went around Congress to buy the Louisiana Purchase.
Which turned out okay, though.
Yeah.
It was, questionable, but we did it. Would anybody like to undo it?
Right.
Not now. So that's what they're thinking about offering Greenland in order to get them on board.
But those are the individuals, right?
Yeah.
Is that in addition to what we would pay the government of Denmark, or?
Interesting. Because if that plan fails, I like plan 2.
Plan 2? Okay.
Plan 2, go for it, Joe. Put it up. We simply do a diplomatic solution where Baron Trump marries Princess Isabella of Denmark and Greenland, and Greenland is given to America as dowry payment.
As a dowry payment. Okay. All right.
So we got a plan B.
So there's that.
Yeah, that's a good tweet from Miss White. But I mean, what is this? These Marco Rubio memes just keep coming.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
we have an update.
Is he also the head of Greenland now?
Oh, no, Pat. He is a sailor.
He's everything, man.
Yeah.
He's a Viking.
He's
the Green Bay Packer?
Yep.
How'd that happen?
Well, he's going to be your quarterback because Jordan Love.
Right.
Gimpy, so.
Okay. And look at that. I like the meme that puts it all on him at the same time.
Oh, the one we showed yesterday.
That one's fun.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will say Marco Rubio did tweet yesterday. He says, I don't normally respond to online rumors, but feel the need to do so at this moment. I will not be a candidate for the currently vacant head coach and GM positions with the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's a disappointment.
While you never know what the future may bring, right now my focus must remain on global events and also the precious archives of the United States of America.
Funny.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
That's a good
Sorry,
sense
Miami.
of humor.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fun.
I mean, so many of these Trump administration officials are so good on the internet, man. I mean, what was the one RFK did yesterday?
So JD Vance is upset because he could not find ice cream
just like
on the new pyramid.
The vice president listens to the
pyramid.
too.
Wow.
So go for it, Joe. You can put that in. And RFK Jr. say, caution, do not take dietary advice from this guy.
I love it.
That's really funny.
I love it.
That's funny.
And if you're not listening, if you're only listening, that is a picture of fat JD Vance.
Fat JD.
But you know what? Back to Greenland. It's worth the investment. Whatever
I
we
think
have
so.
to. I mean, they were talking initially about offering Denmark $1 trillion for it. And here's the potential payout. Now the rare earth minerals, they don't know exactly how much is there. Some think it's as low as $186 billion worth of rare earth minerals.
That's the low wall.
But the high end is about $3 trillion. So $3 trillion. And it puts us in a different position because right now we're dependent on what China has with their rare earth minerals. And we don't want to be dependent on China. That is not a good thing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But they seem to be pretty serious about taking Greenland, which I don't think is going to win us a lot of friends.
What is the meeting between the Denmark officials and the White House? Do we know? Denmark meeting.
Is there one?
Yeah.
Set?
Well, I know that Denmark said that they wanted to talk to Rubio.
I thought I sent it in. There it is. Thank you. Trump advisors met at the White House with Denmark, Greenland.
They already did it?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes. Thank you, Joe, because I thought I sent it in. Yes, they already met.
And we didn't hear anything about that, so it must not have gone well. Did it go well?
True. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Huh. And again, why do they have rights to it? Why is it theirs?
Because they say so, Pat. Because they say so.
That happened 200 years ago. Why?
It's time to
Why do you get it?
Update the maps.
Yeah, let's update.
You know what?
It's like 2,200 miles to the nearest point in Denmark from Greenland. It's something like, depending on where you're going and how you get there, it's about 1,700 miles to the United States' closest point. I say just based on geography. It's ours. It's ours. And, of course, Jeffy got the little meme from somebody, or the photo of...
he was there. He planted the flag.
One of our citizens planting the flag already. So the American flag's already planted in Greenland. So
don't try to take it out.
I don't know why we're even talking about it anymore. It's ours. Okay? So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I'm just reading here. Yeah, I mean, make it happen, y'all.
Make it happen.
Figure it out.
Make it happen. I mean, obviously we can take Greenland if we want to, but
I don't want to go military.
Again, I don't want to do that.
Can I get this on everybody's radar real quick? Can you put up the full screen 17 real quick? There's no link to this, but this thing is going around about the H-1B visas map and how Texas is just overloaded with them. Again, I could not find
that can't be
link
real,
on
right?
this.
That can't be real.
But then somebody posted, Louisville is a suburb right near here. Put up the next one, 18. Apparently...
wow.
Yeah, this is all the same apartment address here in Metro Dallas. And it says, why does a junky apartment in Lewisville, Texas need 35 sponsored H-1Bs working there? All have the same Indian immigration attorney, too. So just put this on your radar. I don't have a lot of details yet, but it looks like we might have some H-1B fun happening in the state of Texas that he's investigating.
Gosh.
Cool.
I bet it's true.
But yes.
There are some things we need to deal with and fix. And we'll get to those on Monday. Well, we'll do some of them on overtime, and the rest we'll fix on Monday. See you then.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.